Okay, so this happens to be the 13th class. So here what we are discussing is, in the last class we discussed about what are selectors. Okay, what are selectors? Selectors are a way to tell the browser. Selectors are a way to tell the browser on which element or on which part of the HTML document the style should be applied. There are 6 different types of selectors. First, we have seen that there is element selector. In element selector, we directly specify the name of the element and we define a style. So wherever that tag is appearing, wherever that element is appearing in the HTML document, this style will be applied. Next is in element, again, we have universal element selector, where we use an asterisk symbol. This style will apply to all the elements that appears in the HTML tag. Very rarely used style it is. Then we have grouped selector, where we can group multiple elements separated by commas, and we can define a common style for that set of elements. Okay. Then later we have class selector. In class selector, we define the style by giving it some name prefixed with a dot, and then wherever, in whichever tag you want to apply that style, you simply write class is equals to, you write the name of that class that you have. Just 1 minute. Huh? Okay, so that is about class selector. Then we have ID selector. We know what is ID selector. It is same as a class selector only. In class selector, we use a dot followed by the name of the class. And then in the tag, we use class is equals to the name of the style. In ID selector, we use a hash symbol. Okay, we use a hash symbol like this, define it, and then we define the style here. And then in the tag, we write ID is equals to, we write down the name of that ID. So that particular style will be applied. Okay, so this is the third. Fourth is attribute selector. In attribute selector, we write the name of the attribute, which is put between a square bracket. We use square bracket, and then we put the name of the attribute, and then we define the style. Yeah, now Akshata is asking a question like, how do we select an element with an attribute? Okay, I'll explain this to you. Wait. In attribute selectors, first what we do is we put the attribute inside square brackets, and then we define a style here. Okay, and then remember that there are many tags in HTML which has multiple attributes. Some of the tags which we have studied the image tag. You remember we have studied the image tag. The image tag has got a very important attribute called as SRC, because there is where we have to specify the name of the image that should be displayed. Similarly, the A tag. Will, why do we use the A tag? A tag is used for placing a hyperlink. A link to go to one page to another page. It has got a very important attribute called as href. Okay, so like this, remember there are multiple tags in HTML which has got some attributes. Href is an attribute in A tag, source is an attribute, SRC is an attribute in image tag. In A tag and in image tag, there is one more attribute called as the title attribute. It is there in HTML element. Title is an attribute. So now when we define a style for the attribute like this by putting it in the square bracket, in whichever tag in the HTML document, the title attribute appears on that tag, this style will be applied. In whichever tag the title attribute appears, this style will be applied. I hope it is clear. I will give you one more example. Okay, I will give you my example. Okay, let us say the body has got an attribute called as BG color. You know what does this BG color do? It will change the background color of the entire this. If I have here something like this, if I've defined some style, and then if I've written the attribute in square brackets, remember now this style will be applied to this entire body. Why? Because there is a BG color attribute appearing in that tag. So this style will be applied for that tag in which this attribute is appearing. Similarly, now here you see same thing, title. Okay, let us say some style I have defined here. Title is there, and in this p tag is there. In this, let us say there is an img tag, and then src is equals to, I write let us say smiley.jpg. Okay, and then let us say I write title. Title is equals to my smiley image. Okay, let us say we have my smiley image like that. So in this tag image, a title tag is appearing, title attribute is appearing. So this style will now be applied on this particular tag. Well, this is not appropriate because there is no font inside. There is no font inside the image tag. So let us say this is this style is for the margin. Margin, I write 0 or let us say 10 pixels. Now this is more appropriate. If I say title, wherever the title attribute is appearing, please for that tag apply this margin should be 10. So now for this image, let us say they will have a margin of 10 pixels on the right side, 10 pixels on the left, 10 on the top, and 10 at the bottom. So don't worry much about what will this margin do, how will it apply on image. That what you have to study right now is what will the attribute selector form does. The attribute selector form will apply this style on any tag in which this attribute is appearing, title. So there is a title attribute appearing here. So on this particular tag, remember this style will be applied. The bg color attribute is appearing here in this tag here. So this entire style will be applied on the entire body tag, and so on. I hope this is clear. Akshata, is it clear? Okay, we will see some examples. We will take some examples and we will see. Okay, we will first execute everything, and then one by one we will take examples and we will execute. We will have only one file. In that only I will do all the changes. Okay, so she has replied yes. So what I'm saying is, I will complete all the selector forms, and then I will take one file as example, and then first I will demonstrate to you element selector form, then I will do class, then I will do ID, then I will do all that. Okay, and then I will demonstrate. Okay, so this is about attribute selector. Next, fifth one is pseudo element, or it is called as pseudo class selector. The fifth type of selector is pseudo element or pseudo class selector. Now here, what does this pseudo element or pseudo class selector say is the style will be applied more because of user action. The style will be applied more because of user action, not directly. This is the fundamental aspect of a pseudo element or pseudo class selectors. Style will be applied more because of user action, not because it appears directly. What it means is something like this. Okay, now let us say I have a tag. Why do we use a tag? A tag, you know, why do we use an a tag in HTML? To create a hyperlink to go from one page to another page. Okay, now you must have seen in many of the hyperlinks that if the hyperlink is there on the page, it will appear blue in color. Okay, and then sometimes when you take the mouse pointer on top of that, it changes its color. Okay, and then when you click on that, it changes its color. When you go to the next page and come back again, if you have already visited that link, that visited links will appear in a different color, and so on. Okay, I don't know whether I will be able to show you this demonstration here or no. I'll just go here. I'll go to, let us say, mmec. Okay, let us go to mmec. So if we go to, let us say, mmec, or let us go to Stack Overflow. Okay, sure. Stack Overflow. Sure. Okay, so this Stack Overflow, I think I had told you last time that it's a very important website. Here, okay, so if I click on talent solutions, then you know that I go to that particular page, okay, because it's a link. No, it is not. Let us search for something. Uh, shared preferences Android. Let us go to some page, and then I just want to. Okay, it is not. I don't know whether it is why it is not happening, because everybody uses a different style for their own web pages. Now, here, what I want to demonstrate to you people is this. Okay, you can see that right now on this page here there are so many links. Okay, these are all links. Whichever is appearing in blue color, no, these are all links. These are all links. Okay, I can click them and I can go to another page. Now, as long as I'm not taking the mouse pointer on top of it, it appears normal blue. The moment I take the mouse pointer on top of it, then it changes its color. Here in this website, they have not used any special pseudo class selectors. Okay, but in some websites, you will see that they have used. For example, here in the previous example, here you can see the moment I'm taking the mouse pointer on top of that, okay, it is dark blue right now, and the moment I take the mouse pointer on top of that, it becomes a little light. I don't know whether you're able to see that also or no, because it is a very uh, insignificant change that is happening. It is dark now. When I take the mouse pointer on top of it, it becomes a little light. Okay, I'm just moving, you can see it is becoming a little light. Okay, so on mouse over, which is called as hover effect, when I'm taking the mouse pointer on top of that, it is changing its color to light blue. Okay, and then if this link is already visited, I clicked on that, I came here, I come back. If on this page, if I've already visited this page, then this link will appear in purple color. Normally, in many of the websites I've seen that the color of this visited link will be purple in color. It will change. People will use that style. Normally, they will use that style. But here in this website, they have not used that. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you people is that if there is some style that you want to apply on the same tag, if you want to apply multiple styles on the same tag, because of user action, we have to use pseudo selector forms, pseudo element selector form, or pseudo class selector form we have to use. How to use this? I will tell you. I will give an example. Okay, let us go here and see how to use this pseudo classes. Okay, pseudo element or pseudo class selectors are used to apply different styles on a single element depending upon user action. Normally it is used for links only. The pseudo classes is used for links only. How do we define the style? We write a in the selector, we write a colon and then followed by a link, and then we define a style. Okay, something like this. Okay, we remove this now. I write a colon link, and then I define the style, and then I define the style here. I say color is simple blue. If it's a link, then it should be simple blue. A visited, color should be purple. Okay, a hover means how you want the color to be when the mouse pointer is on top of it. I want the color of the link to change to red. I want the color of the thing to change to red. Okay, so these are some of the examples of pseudo. How do we write pseudo? We write the name of the tag followed by When it is a link, what should be the style? When it is visited, what should be the style? When it is hover, what should be the style? When it is active, what should be the style? And so on. So these are the examples of pseudo class selector. Same link, same tag, it is same tag, but when it is a link, how should be the style? When it is already visited, what should be the style? When hover means when you take the mouse pointer on top of it, how it should be, and so on. Okay, so we will see an example of this. You will have a better understanding. But right now, just remember the definition of pseudo element or pseudo class selector is that you can apply multiple styles. You can apply multiple styles on a single tag depending upon user action. The user can click. When the user clicks, what should be the style applied? When the user takes the mouse pointer over it, what should be the style? And so on. Okay, so this is pseudo element of pseudo class. And last, finally, you can see here, this is how we define it. A link, text decoration, underline, color blue, all that. Visit it if it is so and so. If it is a hover, then all that. So we will take this example only and we will see. Okay. Now, and the last one is contextual selector. The last one is contextual selector. What happens in contextual selectors is we specify here the sequence. We specify here the sequence of where the style should be defined. Okay, let us directly take an example and then you will understand. Okay, what is the meaning of contextual selector is we define a style and we want the browser to apply that style if the sequence of that tag appears like this. For example, let us take this example, div space p, div space p. Okay, so if I write my thing as div space p, okay, remember there is no comma here. What will happen if I put a comma here? If I put a comma there, what will happen is it will apply this style on p tag also and div tag also. This is the element selector. If I write div space p, now remember, now this style color will be color of the font will be blue only to those p tags, only to those p tags which is inside a div tag, which is inside a div tag. So on this p tag here, there is a p tag here. I will remove this class now because it is not required. Okay, now do you think this is the paragraph will be displayed with blue color? No, it will not be, because this p tag is not inside the div tag. But let us say if my div tag is starting here, if my div tag is starting here, div, and then if my div tag is ending here, if my div tag is ending here, so now remember that this p tag is inside this div tag, is inside this div tag. So now this will be applied on this paragraph because the p tag is appearing inside the div tag. Now what will happen if I write this div p? This style will not be applied on this tab because this style will be applied only on that p tag which is inside two div tags. So there should be one more div tag outside, inside that one more div tag, inside that the p tag. So the style will be applied based on the sequence of the tags. This is called as contextual selectors. Contextual selectors. Okay, I hope you understood this. So I will take this example also later on. Okay, so this is the end of selectors. And very important, please remember this part is very important from an examinations point of view. The selectors, the six different types of selectors are important. They will ask you a question. First of all, what is selector? They will ask you a question, what is selector? And then they will tell you list all the selector forms, and explain them with the help of an example. Okay, so finally I will just list down all the selectors form and then take an example and explain all of them. First is element selector, second is class selector, third is ID selector, fourth is attribute selector, then fifth is, which is the fifth one? Yeah, the fifth one is pseudo element or pseudo class selector, and the final is contextual selector. Okay, let us take examples now. Okay, let us take this example. Okay, so I will remove this from the top, and then I have the head section inside which I have to define the style. So first I will define it like this. So I will define a style for p element. Okay, this I will save it in the D drive. There is a folder called as web, and here I will save this. Okay, selector example.html. Okay, selector example.html. Okay, fine. So I've defined a style for the p tag. Okay, I will take the examples from the book only. Font size 100% vertical, all that. Okay. Element selector. Let us take some examples from here only. Okay, I'll take this example. Font size and font weight. Font size, font weight. Okay, so I've written it in just one line only. So wherever there is a p tag, I'm defining this. So we know that. I don't know why the color was not changing. Let us see. Color is red. Okay. File save. So when I go to, yeah, this image is not required because it is not there. So I will remove this now. This is also not required. Okay. So I go to the D drive, web, and CSS example. No, selector example. Open. Yeah, you can see it now. Why it is appearing in yellow color is because why it is appearing in yellow color because I've said BG color is equals to yellow. H1 is hello world. So this too, you can see that it is simple H1, no style applied on this. This is default H1. And then the P tag is there. P tag, this is the paragraph. This is the paragraph. You can see that it is in font size 18. It is in font size 18. Font weight is bold. This is actually in bold. This is the paragraph. And then the color is red. The color is red. You can see that even the color is red. Okay. Fine. I will do some changes here. I will change this 18 to, let us say, 30, 49, or let us say 40. It should become big. Okay, it should become big. File, save. P tag, wherever P tag is appearing, this is paragraph should be big now. So when I refresh, you can see this is a paragraph become very big. Let us see what is the maximum. If I put 100 here, let us see what happens. So if I say file, save, I'm saying the font size in the P tag should be 100 points. So I saved it, file, save. My God, so you can see that it became very, very big. Okay, so a font weight is bold. No, I don't want this to be bold. Okay, let it be bold, no problem. Okay, which are the other values that we can assign to font weight? I don't remember. It is there in the textbook, so we can see there, no problem. So let it be bold. Now, what if there is something called as font style also? I think font style. Font style, I will write italic. Italic. Let us see if this is there. File, save. Yeah, it is there. Font style attribute is there. Property is there, font style, and then we can assign to it what? Italic. Means this will come italics. Okay, I hope this is clear. 100 is too big. I will make it 50. File, save, and then I'll refresh this. It became 50. Okay, so this is element. So if, wherever there is p tag appearing in the document, remember this style will be applied. You know this. This is simple element. Okay, I want element also. I want h1 also and p also to be applied with the same style. So I write h1 comma h1 comma. If I write file, save, h1 comma means now you remember why we use a comma, because we are grouping. We want h1 also to have the same style and p also to have the same style. So file, save, come and refresh. You can now see that both of them will have the same style. Both of them will have the same style. So I hope this is clear, all of you. This is what will happen if I write a star here. Say I write a star. Star is universal. Universal also same thing happened. Okay, and then let us say I have a let us say I have a h2 tag. H2 tag. This is h2. File, save, refresh. So you can see that this is H2 also will have the same style because I've used a star here. Style is universal. I told you universal element selector it is. This style will apply on all the tags H2, P, H1. You can see all of them are appearing in red color only. Okay, I hope this is clear. Next is class. For the class, you know that I have to use dot and I say my red. I'll say my underscore red. This is the name of my class, and then it starts with a dot. Okay, and I want this h1 to appear in the normal p. I want class is equals to my red. So file, save, come and refresh. So you can see that this appears in normal h1. This is normal default h1. This is h2, and this is the paragraph will have this style because I've specified it like this. Font size should be 50, style should be italic, and the color should be red. My God, so soon, 10 minutes now remaining. Okay. So now we know that, it applies this style. This is class. We will do it for ID. How do we do it for ID? We remove that and we put a hash symbol there. And then what else change we have to do? We have to change this class to ID. So file, save, and then I will change this to blue, BLUE, blue. Okay, now the color should be blue. So file, save, fine. So this start with the hash symbol and then we write ID is equals to my red. File, save, come and refresh this. So you can see that it now changed it to blue color. So ID selector form also we learned. ID selector form also we studied. So 3 demonstrations is over. Now let us go to the next one. Next one is attribute. In attribute, I told you that it will apply the style title, and then so this will go now. This will not be there. And here we have href is equals to don't go anywhere, and this is my link /a. Okay, and then this a tag has got an attribute called as title, which is equals to my title, something I do right here. Okay, my title. So file, save, refresh. You can see now that everything appears. This appears like a simple paragraph. Okay, because it is a simple p tag. Simple p tag. This is paragraph will appear simple. Then h2 will appear normal. Link you can see now. Okay, if I take the mouse, this is a link. Okay, and then now see this style of font size 50, font style italics, and color is equals to blue will be applied on the a tag. Why? Because it has got an attribute called as title. It has got an attribute called as title, so that's why this style will be applied on the a tag. So you can see that it is big, bold, and all that. So I hope this is clear. What will happen? Just imagine and think it to yourself. What will happen if I write this BG color there? If I write BG color there, what will happen is it will apply this style on that tag in which there is a attribute called as BG color, and body has got an attribute called as BG color. So remember, this entire will be applied. Let us see what happens. So file, save. If I refresh this, you can see all of them, because all belong to body tag. No, the H1 tag belongs to the body tag, the P tag belongs to the body tag, the H2 tag belongs to the body tag, the A belongs to the body tag. So whichever tag contains the element title attribute BG color, that style will be applied. So you can see that on the body tag, this style will be applied. So the entire thing belongs to body tag. So all of them are big and bold. Okay, we have 6 minutes remaining. I have to demonstrate the remaining 2. So this is about the attribute. ID selector we have done, attribute selector we have done. Next comes, next is which one? Pseudo, I think. Yeah, pseudo. In pseudo, yeah, this is a good example given here. I will write style. I will copy the entire style. So copy that and I paste it in the, okay, I pasted there. I said that a link, if there is any link, please display it with blue color, purple color. Hover means it should become bold and all that. And then visited active should be yellow and all that. Okay, so let us see. Now I have a link here. My link one. So I have four links. This is two, this is three, and this is four. I have four links here already. So I save this file, save, and then I come here, I refresh this. So when I refresh, oh my god, all the links are in one line. I want them to come to the next line, so I write the br tag here like this. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, all that. So I saved it by pressing Control S. I refresh this. You can see they came one below the other. Now see, okay, what you see is you can see here, if it's a link, it should be blue in color. Now, since I had already visited this, that's why. So if it is a link, it should be, right now it is in blue color. Control F5, sorry, Control F5. Okay, I will remove the background color. We are getting confused with the background color. So I remove this. I saved it. I come here, refresh. Okay. Now you can see that these are all visited links. I've already visited this, so that's why I know they are all coming like that. I will do one thing. I will change this ahref to. Do we have? Do we have some other files here to go to? CSS example.html. Okay. CSS.html. I want to go to that particular page, so I type that. So I type this here. So when I click on that link, it should take me to that particular page. So if I save, I refresh this, Control F5. Okay. So you can see that as long as the link is there, it should be blue in color. If it is visited, it should be purple in color. If it is hover means when I take the mouse pointer over it, text decoration should be none, font weight should be bold, it should become bold. The moment I take the mouse pointer over it, it should become bold. Let us see if that happens or no. So when I take the mouse pointer, you can see that it is becoming bold. You can see that it is becoming bold. All of these links are becoming bold. Okay, and then let us say you want it to become bold also, and you want the color also to change to something, then you can write color. Color is, I will make it as a black. Okay, so file, save. So you know now what I did was, on hover I want it to become bold and I want the color to become black. Okay, so I refresh this. So you can see now it is becoming bold and it is becoming black also. It is becoming bold also and it is becoming black also. So on hover, that style is changing. So as long as it is my user action, I take the mouse, I'm the user, I'm doing some action on it. So the moment I'm taking the mouse pointer over it, it is becoming bold and it is becoming black. Okay, so please remember that these are the styles that will be applied based on user action. And finally, active means when I click on that, it becomes active. Okay, so let us, I clicked on it. I've kept it clicked only. So you can see that the color has become yellow. When I take there, I click, it becomes yellow. I go there, I click, it becomes yellow. Okay, why it is becoming? Because it is active. Why? When is a link active? When you click on it. So when I'm clicking on it, the background color is becoming yellow. You can see. So you can see it is becoming yellow. Background color is becoming yellow. Okay, so this is about pseudo selector forms. Pseudo selector forms, you know what happens in pseudo selector forms. Here, depending upon user action, you can apply multiple styles on a single tag. So we are applying this on the A tag only. We are applying it on the A tag only. So in the examination, you can give this example only, no problem. Okay, and finally, yeah, there is less than a minute remaining. Finally, I told you that in contextual, the style will apply based on where is the tag present, based on where is the tag present. So if I have something like div p color is red, if it is a p tag in the div tag, then the color is this. So I go there, I refresh. So you can see this paragraph has become red. This paragraph has become red. Why? Because it is present in the div tag. It is present in the div tag and there is p there. Okay. So let us say I remove this div tag. I remove that div tag and I remove this div tag. I saved it. I come here, refresh. It will change back to black because that p tag is not present in the div tag. Okay. So we'll stop here today. I will continue again in the next class.